What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Louisiana Outdoorsman. Today we're doing something just a little bit different. We're going to be doing a review of a flashlight that was sent to me. It's a predator hunting flashlight. It is the Odepro KL62Plus. So we're going to unbox it. It'll be my first time seeing it. For the most part, I've seen the case physically already, but I haven't went through everything in it. So we're going to open it up, see what's in the case, give a review on it, show you guys kind of what this flashlight does and everything like that, and give my honest review and opinion on this flashlight. So let's open the box and see what's going on. All right, so first thing, I guess out the box, let me put this box over here. First thing out the box, I did not expect it to be a legit hard case that this flashlight would come in, but it's like a legit pop the briefcase type case, like a very good solid hard case. It's definitely quality, the case at least. So we haven't got to the flashlight, but overall impression, because most of the times when you order anything off of Amazon or whatnot, you're gonna have it comes in like a little piece of bubble wrap, or it comes in like a piece of cardboard or anything like that. But good carrying case, in case you need to bring it wherever you need on the four-wheeler, in the boat, or anything like that. But it is a 3-in-1 color light. Like I said, it's a flashlight. It is a red beam and also a green beam, ideal for your predator hunting and everything like that. But opening up the case, it's got, let me get you guys a better view, hang on. It has a lot of things going on inside this case right here. Let's flip it this way. So first, you're gonna notice they have, it's actually a dual battery charger, which is very convenient, not having to charge one battery at a time. That's very convenient. You have your charger, which I'm assuming just plugs into here and then plugs into your outlet in your house. Looks like you have some replacement gaskets. I'm assuming that's for the gaskets. That's going to be when you unscrew to get to your battery and everything like that. Has your warranty manual, I'm assuming, and then this is your user manual. Let's see what type of warranty. So lifetime limited warranty, 30 days free replacement, 24 months free repair. That's actually not too bad. 2 years of free repair. That's impressive actually, for a flashlight. Let's see. So you have your little lanyard, your little hand lanyard that you can have for your flashlight. Has the actual flashlight in here. And I'll go over the flashlight more in detail once I kind of go over the little small knickknacks that's inside of here. You have 2 batteries. That's very convenient. And also what I like about it is it's not just like replaceable or rechargeable like AA's. This is actually some very good batteries. Almost, it reminds me of the same batteries, which I'm gonna actually do a comparison in this video as well to my Streamlight, flashlight. So these are actually probably compatible, if I'm not mistaken, to the Streamlight as well. But like I said, I will pop one in the flashlight here shortly and show you guys in the dark what's going on. All right, let's see what's in these boxes. If I had to guess, just more attachments. So what this looks like is this is gonna go, I guess I can't loosen it up. So this is gonna loosen up. And then what's gonna happen is you can actually stick your flashlight in there, and it's gonna clamp on and mount just like so. Just like so. This is going to clamp onto your flashlight, and then what's going to happen is this will clamp on to a scope or any type of mounting rail that you may have for your gun, or anything like that, which I've seen pictures of online when this is actually mounted on top of your scope like this. That way you have your scope on the bottom that you can visually still see out of, and then your flashlight is going to create that beam that you can use while you're hunting, whatever you need to hunt at night, whether it be coyotes, any type of predator, hogs, anything like that. But it's actually a pretty sturdy mount. It's like a very thick, hard plastic. I'm assuming this is plastic. I'm not exactly sure what material this is, but it's a very hard material. It's not flimsy whatsoever. Let's see what's in this little bitty box. I have no clue what this could actually be. It looks like another type of, I think this is a different type of mount, in case you didn't want to mount on top of your, this is. So if you didn't want to mount on top of your scope, this looks like your flashlight could actually be mounted. This is gonna get bad here in a second. So what would happen with this mount is you put your flashlight in this portion of it right here. So the flashlight's gonna sit just like it was in the last mount, but this looks like it would mount to like a rail of some sort. I knew I said this one would mount to a rail, but I didn't know that this mount was in there as well. So that's also a plus. So this is gonna be your scope mount, and then this is gonna mount to your rail, which is much better, because I was kind of thinking that if this mounted to your rail, there's really no like grip in here to mount to a rail. So I was like, man, that might be a little wobbly. So I don't know exactly sure how well that would have mounted to the rail, but now that I see it, this would be perfect for your scope, and then this is perfect for your rail to mount on the rail. And like I said, this is made out of actual metal. This one's like some hard plastic. I don't know exactly what type of material this is. But this is definitely your traditional metal, almost like if you guys were to mount a scope on a rifle, this is almost the same type of mount right here. It's that metal, just a mount on a rail on one side, and then have your scope, aka, or have your flashlight mounted inside this hole right here. All right, now to get into some of the major parts of this flashlight, which I didn't expect it to come with this, but this is super convenient, especially if you're hunting and you have this mounted on your actual gun itself. So what you can do is you can unscrew, I'm assuming this is how they, oh Lord, got pieces flying everywhere. You can undo that, the normal traditional flashlight end of your flashlight, and then screw in this little pigtail, which is hooked up to the pressure switch, which this is going to be your pressure switch for your hands. So you can almost do like a hands-free, as if you're have your gun in your hand and you're mounting this on your railing with your flashlight on a scope. So it almost looked like this with your flashlight on the scope right here, and you're holding your gun on the stock right here. And what you're gonna do, it has 3 buttons. One's gonna be your power button, which I'm gonna display all this in a little bit. You have your power button, which will turn your flashlight on and off. And I'm assuming this plus and minus switch is some type of dimming switch or something like that, that's gonna make your light brighter or dimmer. That's the only thing reasonably that I can imagine this would be for. Without actually reading the user manual, because I'm actually terrible at reading user manuals. Let's see if I can look at it real quick. Let's see. Yep. So it says right here, click the plus button to enhance brightness, and then click the minus button to reduce the brightness. The brightness can be adjusted from 2% to 100%. Obviously, 100% is going to be a thing because you want your light as bright as possible at times, but 2% is super dim. That's almost next to nothing. But I guess that'd be convenient if you needed it up close for something, and not preferably hunting or any type. If you just need to see up close but you don't want to have anything super bright, I guess that 2% would definitely come in handy. But what I'm going to do now, I'm going to put a battery in here. I'm going to put the traditional end back on, and then we're going to go outside because it's pretty dark outside, and we'll see what this flashlight got. All right, guys, so I tried my best to film the brightness of this light outside at nighttime, but unfortunately my GoPro As many of you know who have GoPros, do not pick up any type of lighting at distance whatsoever. So it kind of fell through. I tried to record it with my iPhone, but I had some issues. My iPhone, the video from an iPhone won't convert into the editing software I have. So now I'm here back the next day in my shop, and we're just gonna show you how the functions of the light basically function on just a regular basis instead of at distance. So I have the pressure switch hooked up right now, and we're gonna turn the light on and see what happens. So as you can see, the light is extremely bright, and it may not look like it because it's barely anything right here, but that shop door is, I believe it's 10 to 15, I think it's 10 feet wide. So that's a 10-foot wide beam, and I'm probably maybe 15 feet away from the door. So I'm actually still close to the door. So if I actually went away from the door, that beam would definitely widen to probably the whole length of my shop, or the whole width of my shop, should I say. And as the further I would get back, the wider the beam would go. Because whenever I tested this light outside, the wide beam itself, which the setting it's on now, was literally shining. I could see things at 60 to 70 yards very easily without even touching the focus on the beam. So like I said, and let me show you guys so you can see this right here. You can see now the pressure switch has that on and off button. So you want to click the off button, turns off, click it back on, it turns on. And then you have your dimmer, which it says it goes down to 2%. So we'll test it out and see what the 2% looks like. If it's truly 2%, I don't even know if you guys would be able to see from where I'm at, but let's give it a go. That's getting dark. Let me see, I can't even, let me look at my camera here. I don't know if you guys can actually see it. I can see it physically here, but like I said, GoPros are horrendous with picking up lighting at distance, especially dim lighting, but I don't know if you guys can see. Jesus, I don't know if I can see it. There's a halo. It's still the same size as my garage door, I mean my shop door, but it's just super, super dim. Like I said, I don't know if you guys can pick it up, but like I said, still would be perfect if you needed just a tiny bit of lighting, maybe to find something in your hunting bag or find something in your stand or whatnot close to you, and you didn't want to give away your position at nighttime. But we'll go back to full brightness. We'll click the plus button, and we're back to full brightness. So 100% brightness, and then we'll give it a go to see what this beam looks like, because you can narrow it down, and you can see how the beam gets smaller and smaller and smaller, and that light is super concentrated. It almost, that's weird, I don't know if you guys can tell, but from there to there, it's almost like the beam turns from like a yellowish white to like a blue white. I don't know if you guys can make out the difference of that. I'm curious as to why it does that. It must be some type of thing with the lens, so it makes it change that different color. But as you guys can tell, that beam is like super, super pinpointed and super bright. I would say from where I'm at, 15 feet away from my garage, from my shop door, that beam is probably maybe 2 foot by 2 foot square almost. And like I said, whenever I tried this beam at night, this beam right here was easily, and I mean, I cannot iterate, easy, shining as bright as can be at 100 to 120 yards away, which I really wish I had a camera capable of picking that up, but I do not, unfortunately, so we have to demonstrate it here. But like I said, this beam, 100 to 120 yards is without a doubt no problem at all for this beam to reach that distance. And even at I'd say halfway right there, when I did the halfway mark, it was the same thing. Halfway mark could see still 100 yards easily. It was without a doubt some of the clearest lighting that I had at distance for sure. So we'll get this back to wide, and then we'll go ahead and switch to the red. I'm assuming, yeah, we'll go ahead and switch to the red. Let me get this light out of the way. I haven't tried the dimmer with the red. So it actually does dim. I was curious if it dim. You can't really see it at that point. The red just kind of fades away. But we'll get it bright again. I didn't think it dimmed on the other color lights. I didn't know if it would have that function in the red and green areas, but it does. And then we'll go to focus. The red, kind of the same thing. It's super bright. I mean, this red was the reddest light I've ever seen. And then same thing, back to the 2 foot by 2 foot square that you're looking at. It almost looks through the camera like it's like a super bright orange, but it's not. Like I said, super bright red. The focus on the beam is pretty good. I will give it that. The beam, if I can stop shaking here, the beam is like, instead of other beams kind of like fading out and you kind of lose it at distance, this beam does not lose any focus at distance at all. I can confirm, especially with the test I did the other night. But we'll go back wide, and then we'll go to the last color, switch back to the flashlight, switch back to green. There we go. The green, same thing as the red. We'll go dim just to show you guys, and then we'll go all the way down dim. You guys really can't see it because the green and the red kind of gets too dim. I mean, I can see it in person. You'd be able to see it in person as well, but this GoPro doesn't do well at picking it up. But like I said, it's still manageable on dim. And then we'll go back 100% bright. I'd much rather this green light than the red light for sure. I find this green light is a lot easier on the eyes to see. The red kind of strains my eyes a little bit, but it could be just my own preference or my own eyes that are playing tricks on me. And then we'll go ahead and beam this green, and same thing. So you can see it still goes to the 2 foot by 2 foot beam that we have. Still super bright as can be. Whenever I did the test outside the other night, the green beam was, to me, it was clearer at distance than the red. But still, at 100 to 120 yards for the test that I ran, it was incredibly clear. I had no issues, even if you go halfway right there to in between the wide beam and the red beam. I mean, wide beam and a narrow beam, it still could reach at 100 yards without any hesitation or doubts. So we'll put it back to green. Then we'll put it back to the flashlights. And like I said, overall, this is for the size of the flashlight and I guess the mobility of the flashlight compared to other lights that would be this bright. I would say that this light is definitely one of the brighter flashlight or hunting lights that I've personally owned. So, but that's the test. We'll turn these lights back on and I'll give you guys a full rundown towards the end. All right, guys, I hope I did this product as much justice as I believe it's worth. It's a very, very good flashlight for sure. And like I said, for as strong as this flashlight is, I mean, it's literally, oh, it's probably not doing that, you can't see it. It's the size of my hand. So it's not like a huge flashlight to where it's almost like a handheld spotlight, right? To where you'd have to have this big spotlight in your hand to be able to have good lighting. It's actually a flashlight the size of my hand. So it's nothing to be able to carry this around. You can carry it in your jacket. You can even carry this in your pocket, if I'm being honest with you, if you had deep enough pockets to be able to carry a flashlight. But a must-have definitely in your hunting bag for this hunting season, or in general. I'm gonna actually, since I do a lot of duck hunting and I don't do a lot of technically predator hunting or night hunting or anything like that, this is gonna for sure go in my hunting bag, my blind bag, and or my dry box for my boat, in case I ever need it at night, because I'm in my boat a lot of times at night, and instead of hooking up my spotlight to my battery on my boat to have a bright spotlight, this will definitely come in handy and be just plenty of enough light for what I need in my boat or in my hunting bag or anything I need a flashlight for. But like I said, a lot of, let me show you guys, let me put the camera back on this end, and I'm gonna show you guys all the stuff that you're getting in total with this package. So like I was saying, everything you get in this package, mainly the flashlight, the pressure switch, You have your dual battery charger, which this is honestly underrated. A dual charger is so underrated, especially not only on these flashlight batteries, but any dual charger in general. I'm glad a product designer has come up with the idea to make a dual charger for their batteries, because there's nothing that comes in clutch than charging 2 batteries at one time and having 2 batteries that are good to go at all times. That is absolutely clutch by the manufacturer. Also 2 batteries, one in here, one still in the flashlight. I didn't take it out yet. You have your scope mount for the flashlight. Flashlight goes up here, and then this will mount onto your scope. That way you can have an over and under of your scope and flashlight. Or if you want to rail mount it, this is your rail mount. Flashlight will go, once you tighten that down, flashlight will go up here, and then this will attach to the rail of your gun or whatever rail you need to attach it to. And it comes with your, that's the other screws that actually go on top of this to tighten this down. The lanyard, which will loop into here, and then you can put that around your hand to carry your flashlight so you don't drop it. And like I said, owner's manual, that comes standard with almost everything. You have your gaskets, which is probably another clutch idea. That way you don't have to try to go find gaskets in case for some reason these either dry rot out or get pinched or rip or tear or anything like that. You could literally pop one new one in and you're good to go. But like I said, all of these items to go inside the Odepro KL62Plus. They also come in a different pattern as well. You can actually get it in the infrared version with the flashlight and infrared if you have the capability of viewing infrared, which is also clutch. The only reason I didn't choose to review that is because I don't have any capability of seeing in infrared. I don't have night vision or anything like that. So it would have been kind of pointless to do that. So that's why I chose the white, red, and green one. But overall, like I said, this product is probably one of the better flashlights that I've seen in quite some time. Like I said, highly impressed off the rip with the case, the flashlight. Everything involved I'm highly impressed with, and I would definitely be a repeat customer of this right here. So like I said, if you guys are thinking about trying to invest in a good flashlight, overall flashlight at that, I would definitely go with this flashlight. Let me show you my face again. Like I said, overall top flashlight that I have owned in quite some time, without being some type of oversized flashlight or anything like that. That would be bulky or inconvenient. It's super convenient, super bright, and like exactly what I need for an all-purpose flashlight. That's the words I was looking for earlier. An all-purpose flashlight, hunting lights, anything, any reason type of light you may need. This light is definitely definitely one of the better ones that I've owned and or used in quite some time. So, but what I'm gonna do in the description below is gonna be a link where you can buy these flashlights, and also is gonna be a promo code. If you do want to purchase this flashlight, you can use that promo code, and you'll get, I believe it's 20% off of the whole complete purchase of your flashlight or product that it may be through this company. But I believe the promo code is just good for this particular flashlight, for the link below. So like I said, click the link below. Make sure you guys, if you guys want an awesome flashlight, awesome hunting lights, this is the one you want to purchase. So click the link below, type in the promo code, and as always, stay tuned for another episode of Louisiana Outdoorsman.